Lee managed to talk his way up the floors. It's easier than you might think. His briefcase got him the rest of the way. Something this valuable opens up all kinds of doors. It can also get you killed. Black Hat is skeptical about this stranger, as he is the only one who made it out of last night's deal alive. As the crime boss demands answers, Lee only says that the buyers had no intention of actually buying, and that is a failure above his pay grade. This infuriates MacLeod, who refuses to accept blame over the bad deal, but Lee only says the buy didn't work out. He was, however, able to bring back their mutagenic gas. The night before, Lee had been busy. The Venom symbiote was furious, having been used to kill those people. The alien knows Lee is evil, and he's had his fill of that. It will not tolerate this, but neither will Lee. He was an army ranger. He was trained in all sorts of things, including resisting psychic attacks. He's in charge here. In the present, Lee explains to Black Cat that what he needs now is a job. She says that his gamble has worked, and that she just so happens to need men like him. However, Lee is not feeling well and has to leave. Cat orders him to get his act together, and May responds that her pet scorpion knows where to find him. Mac wonders how Lee knew that he is the scorpion. Outside, 2 federal agents spy Lee leaving the building. The former ranger explains to Venom that he only has an advantage as long as nobody knows about the alien. Venom is confused, not understanding why Lee wants to work for Black Cat. The veteran says that the boss is the public face, the one who gets arrested. Lee is perfectly fine with sitting in the shadows and getting what the world owes him. He's not going to rob a bank in broad daylight. He's not going to announce himself on TV or hold an entire city hostage. He's going to be smart. He's going to be invisible. His name is Firebug. Apparently, Tombstone isn't too happy with Lee killing his men in that alley. The feds, watching Lee from outside, spot this and move in, while Venom emerges from Lee and attacks the other villain. Firebug is no match for Venom, who pins the goon to the ground, but the feds order the alien to stand down. They're packing enough ordnance to drop the thing, and they declare that Venom is under arrest. Hello and welcome to Comic Island. My name is Arden, and this is my recap and review of Venom number 2. So last issue, I wasn't totally against this comic, but it definitely had its flaws. This comic, I have to say, my opinion has improved on the series quite a bit. For one thing, we know a bit more about what's going on with the Flash now. Thompson will continue to serve with the Guardians of the Galaxy at the side of a new symbiote partner, Toxin, a spawn of Carnage. That's cool for a couple of reasons. One is that I like Toxin, but it also doesn't wash away all the valuable development of the Agent Venom series, which is great. I also like how the changes in Venom's character aren't being forgotten in this series either. The alien is basically a hero at this point like any other, balking at the idea of killing and refusing to help Lee hurt any more people. And yet, the poor thing doesn't really have a choice thanks to Lee's past training and such. I also enjoy how the story shows the value of Lee's character. Where he first seemed to be the edgiest example of an edgelord in recent memory, we see a better, more interesting side of Lee in this comic. I really like the idea of a smarter villain, one who lays low and doesn't opt for silly stunts. There's potential for a cool series here, though I'm still not sure what to make of all this just yet. Still, if anything has made me more optimistic about it, it's this issue. I don't really know whether or not this deserves a recommendation. You'll have to look at the recap and decide whether this comic is worth it for yourself. All I can tell you is that I was entertained reading it. I wasn't blown away. I wasn't disappointed either. Let me know what you think of Venom number 2 in the comment section below. Also, if you like this video, consider supporting Comic Island on Patreon. For as little as $5 a month, patrons have a say in the comics we review every week. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep reading comics.